Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Things I Look At and Talk About. And we're doing something a little bit different on this second episode of bringing people to see what I talk about all the time. It's raining. Not bad raining, and you can never complain about rain because it sure does water the plants nicely. But I'm going to talk about the garden area, some of the critters that are running around trying to keep out of the rain, and show you that, we're definitely not in a studio here. It's raining, so there you go. But taking this video about the same time as I did the introduction video to the series, and I figure, it's sprinkling rain out. It's nice and cool considering how hot it's been during the day. And I figured I'd come out here and let you all kind of see what's going on out here during a rainstorm. One thing I can tell you about plants, it rains, especially here in the tropics, plants just eat up this rainwater. When it was real hot out and we weren't getting any rain, I was watering with county water, and I hate to down talk anything, but that county water, yeah, it may wet the plants, but you could definitely see a difference in, they were getting moisture and they were drinking, but you could tell it wasn't a healthy drink, but it is what it is. And now that we got some rain every day, you can kind of see how these plants their colors are vibrant. The blooms, tomorrow the blooms will be just all over the place from this rainwater hitting them. But, and where I'm at, I'm actually standing at a little garden table I've got with an umbrella that was left outside of somebody's house to throw away because it had a broken stem on it. A hurricane a few years back had, I guess, grabbed it and took it for a toss through their yard and broke a stem on it, and I just went ahead and braced it up and got it where it's an umbrella again. I'll go ahead and let you all see it above me. There it is. Not too bad. It's a nice big beach style umbrella, and it is on my garden table right here beneath me. There's the garden table. A few trinkets on it, and there's a couple of chicks in there, and staying out of the rain also in the garden table. I'll let you have a close up of them. They're pretty cute. Let me see if you can see them real good. Yeah, there they are. They're not real young peeps, but they're too young to be out and about, and especially with a lot of older chickens running around. But overall, not. In fact, you can kind of hear the rain starting to pan off a little bit right now, and not too much to talk about. Like I said, I like to look at things, talk about them. Right now, it's looking at my plants and talking about how much I enjoy the natural rainwater and the nutrients that do come down with the rain, and a lot more nutrients come down out of our rainwater. And oddly enough, there's every once in a while we get funny storms through here where you can actually smell the salt ocean coming out of the bay, and it's just strange when that does happen. Not too often. It really depends on the wind and the type of storm and where it absorbs up the moisture of it. Now, one thing I can talk about, since it's everybody's kind of calm and hunkered down because of the rainstorm, that right there, I'll probably do a few more episodes of it, and I'll kind of get a focus of that real good. That right there is our pigeon pen, and right now it's being shared by a bunch of young adolescent chickens also, because it does keep them safe. You can see it's got a half roof on it, and a little what was a playhouse that was set outside of a person's yard to throw it out. And I brought it home and turned it into a pigeon hut. But yeah, you're looking at some pigeons. that are in there. Like I said, the pigeons are just they're domesticated, standard pigeon, nothing fancy about them. Not homing pigeons, not the dancing pigeons, any of the things you see on TV or other people's videos. They're just pigeons, but they're really nice. They love to sit on your shoulders when you're in there with them. But again, when the weather's a little better and it's clear out and they're all feeling good, I'll walk you around the pen in there and let you see all the different pigeons and meet some of the chickens that are in there too. That's what you're seeing at the ground, some of the chickens walking around. But we spend a lot of time with our livestock. That way our livestock stays very person friendly. You can see that right there is a roo and a hen that's with them, and they're not our animals. There's another one of our roo. That's actually a roo 2. We got a roo and a roo 2. Roo 2 is the nosiest of our roosters. When I'm doing anything out here, I can look around and there he'll be looking at what I'm doing. He's very nosy, but he's also got a great personality. And what I really appreciate about these chickens is, as you can see, they're not the type to chase you after you. You see them in shows and movies where they're chasing people and people are running and screaming, and none of our livestock's like that. We domesticate them. We spend a lot of time with them, so they're not that way. When you're walking around out here in the garden, they're part of your environment and part of you appreciating what's going on. Let me see. Did do something today. I'm going to try to ease out there now that the rain's almost stopped. Right over here, I don't even know what they are, but I made sure to get the roots up. They were growing along an oak tree. These are some kind of climbing cactus. And when I say climbing, the oak tree I was standing at was a good 60 foot tall, easy. Maybe not 60 foot, probably 50 foot. But it was pretty up, it was up there where it was hard to see what was at the top of it. And that thing had strung itself along its trunk all the way pretty much to the top and out one of its branches. This particular, and interestingly enough, even though it's in a cactus family, you can see it's a cactus. I'll get a more focus on that. You can see it's a cactus, but you can also see I'm handling it. They're like a soft bristle cactus. So I'm really looking forward to getting some of those going. What I'll do is once they root good and get going, established in their growing pots, I'll maybe plant one on my garden's oak tree. I've got an old oak tree in this garden, right halfway down this path. Got a pretty good oak tree right there. You can see it. Got a big bromeliad growing in it, and I mean a big one. But as you can see, I pan up. It's a pretty decent oak tree. It's an older oak, not super tall or anything, which has been to its advantage because it had one of them big tall pine trees over there. One of those broke in half during one of our hurricanes and came slamming down into this thing. And this old oak tree caught it. If you can picture that branch right there, you see it right there. That's from a couple years ago, and that was the part of the heavy pine tree of one of them that came down, and it slammed into that oak tree right there, and that oak tree caught it. Kept it from smashing through here. It kept from taking out our power line. There's our power line right there. Kept that power line from getting destroyed. And that's a pretty neat old oak tree, I'm not going to kid you. So I might, those little cacti are just strictly surface growers. They don't invade and they don't take away anything from the oak. So I'm going to probably plant them down there at the base, somewhere along there once they get established a little bit. Maybe make a couple of grow pots for them. Let them crawl on up that tree, and they'll probably creep on around that bromeliad, and go on up. It'll be something else kind of neat. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna walk out here a little bit more As you can see, I showed you some of these in my previous video, some of these plants, but boy, they sure do love, look at that. Look at these plants just look so beautiful when they get rained on. Now, mind you, my videos aren't all going to be about my garden and my plants. It's one of my more favorite things is my garden and my plants. But and as things change or I put things in, I post new stuff. This is well, I just put this in too. My oldest son found this thrown away, brought it home and set it up, and I got these 2 vines growing up in it. And you can see how much they're already greening up and how pretty they've already gotten. And hopefully that'll fill up all the way up here and wrap it around. Yeah, that's actually the Roo. I showed you Roo too. That's Roo who just walked through. He's he's another little bit of a busybody character. He likes seeing what I'm doing. Oh, and speaking of Roo too, the nosy one, there he was right behind me seeing what I'm doing. See him? Say hello, Roo too. There he is. And I also appreciate our roosters. As you notice, they're not fighting and they're not battling and not trying to murder each other like you might see in a movie or other people's videos maybe. Ours all get along really nice, and I appreciate that. It makes the garden area that much more friendly. These are also some new plants I put in. Got them trying to root in, and they're really doing pretty good. Like I said, when this rainwater's going, it loves giving nutrients to some of these newer plants. This is the plant they came from. So this puts out beautiful blooms. Not very often, but when it does it, they're beautiful. And my wife, bless her heart, went to the store and picked me up these cute little ornaments. Actually pretty big. You see how big they are to my hand? Look how cute that is. Look at that frog. Is that not adorable? Look at that. I love stuff like that. And they came with hooks, and they hung beautifully in front of my little display of my gnome village. So I'm very, very proud of that. So anyway, like I said, I wanted to make a rainy evening video and try to keep video coming every few days, so not to seem like I'm just doing like one of these little onesie things and just walk away from trying. I like looking at stuff and talking about it, and I figure you know, for somebody who might be stuck in an apartment or not able to get around easy and would love to see things that they can't normally see, or just if you enjoy watching somebody tinker around and talk about stuff, make mistakes that are honest, hopefully fix the mistakes, and just do things that are, that right there, yeah, that is a cactus. And you're going, oh, that thing shouldn't be drowning, should it? But I come along, pour the excess water out like that, usually in the mornings, not in the evenings. And then they stay going good though. One thing you got to know about plants is they've been here a lot longer than we have. They'll be here a lot longer after we're all gone. They know what to do when it's rain, flood, dry, cold, hot, you name it. The plants, is like I said, been here a lot longer than us. Ooh, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll put that up over there. Boy, that weather over there don't look too good. It was starting to clear up over here, as you can see. You can see it's cloudy. Ooh, boy, but I'm looking through the trees over there. Let me see if I can make this pan out a little bit for you. You can see that weather over there looks a little creepy. So I'm going to probably go ahead and wrap this video up so I can get back in the house before I get something scary happen. I'm not a fan of lightning, so I don't want to be standing out here and get a boom. Alright gang, well, as always, y'all take care and stay safe, and until I bring out another video, hopefully in a couple days, maybe do something different, and just have a good time. Take care.